Friends, have you ever heard of a battle that lasted for 28 days straight, without a single break for food, water, or rest? A duel so epic, it shook the very foundations of the earth. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most eye-inspiring stories from ancient scriptures, the monumental clash between Lord Shri Krishna and the mighty king of the bears, Jamvant. This isn't just the story of a fight. It's a tale of honor, a misunderstanding, and the incredible revelation of a divine truth. It all begins with a magnificent gem, the Syamantaka Mani. This wasn't just any jewel. It was said to produce 8 loads of gold every single day, protect its owner from all dangers, and bring prosperity to the entire land. The gem belonged to a Yadavan nobleman named Satrajit. He was incredibly proud of his possession. One day, Lord Krishna, seeing the immense power of the gem, suggested that Satrajit should give it to King Ugrasena, the ruler of Muchura, so its benefits could be shared by all the citizens. But Satrajit, blinded by his attachment, refused. He feared Krishna would take it by force and grew suspicious of him. Not long after, Satrajit's brother Prasena borrowed the gem and went hunting in the forest, wearing it around his neck. But a terrible fate awaited him. A fierce lion, attracted by the glittering gem, attacked and defeated Prasena, taking the jewel for itself. The story, however, doesn't end there. As the lion roamed the forest with its prize, it crossed paths with an even mightier being, Jamvant, the immortal king of the bears. Jamvant, a devotee of Lord Rama and a veteran of the Great War of Ramayana, was a being of immense strength and wisdom. He easily overpowered the lion and took the Syamantaka gem. He brought it back to his cave and gave it to his child to play with, like a simple toy. Meanwhile, back in Dwarka, panic ensued. Prasena was missing, and the precious Syamantaka gem was gone. Satrajit, in his grief and suspicion, immediately accused Shri Krishna of a terrible crime. He spread a rumor that Krishna had defeated his brother to steal the gem. The false accusation spread like wildfire, staining the Lord's reputation. To clear his name and restore justice, Krishna had no choice but to find the truth. He assembled a search party and followed Prasena's trail into the dense forest. Soon they found Prasena's body, and nearby, the tracks of a lion. Following the lion's tracks, they discovered the defeated lion, and, leading away from it, the footprints of a great bear. These tracks led Krishna to a dark and mysterious cave. He instructed his companions to wait outside, and he entered the cavern alone. Inside, the darkness was lit by the dazzling glow of the Syamantaka gem. He saw a child playing with it, and a nursemaid watching over. As Krishna approached to retrieve the gem, the nursemaid cried out in alarm. Her shouts awakened the master of the cave, the mighty Jamvant. Seeing a stranger trying to take his child's plaything, Jamvant was enraged. He didn't recognize the man before him. He only saw a threat. Roaring with fury, he charged at Krishna, and so began the legendary duel. It was a battle of titans. Jamvant, empowered by a boon of immense strength, was a formidable opponent. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, met his power with equal force. The cave trembled with the force of their blows. They fought with fists, with trees, with boulders. Days turned into nights, and nights into days. For 28 continuous days, the battle raged on, neither warrior showing any sign of giving up. Krishna's companions, waiting outside, lost all hope after a week, and returned to Dwarka, reporting that Krishna had likely perished. The city was plunged into mourning, but inside the cave, the epic struggle continued. Jamvant's strength, though immense, began to wane. Every bone in his body ached from the relentless blows of his opponent. He was astonished. Who was this warrior who could not only match his God-given strength, but also begin to overpower him? He had fought gods and demons, but never had he faced anyone like this. And then, in a moment of clarity, realization dawned upon him. The exhaustion, the powerful blows, the divine aura of his opponent, it all reminded him of someone. There was only one being who could defeat him in this manner. It was his beloved Lord, the one he had served in a previous age. With his body battered and his pride humbled, Jamvant fell to his knees. He looked at Krishna, and through the guise of the Yadava prince, he saw the divine form of Lord Rama. Tears streamed from his eyes. He realized he had been fighting the very same Lord he had worshipped his entire life. In a voice choked with emotion and reverence, Jamvant said, "My Lord, I know who you are. You are the eternal Vishnu, the soul of all living beings. You are my Lord Rama." He apologized profusely for his ignorance and his aggression, born out of a simple misunderstanding. Shri Krishna, ever compassionate, smiled gently. He lifted Jamvant and embraced him. He explained the whole situation about the Syamantaka gem and the false accusation against him. To make amends and to honor the Lord, Jamvant not only returned the Syamantaka gem, but also offered his beautiful daughter Jambavati in marriage to Krishna. Krishna accepted his offerings and his devotion. He returned to Dwarka with Jambavati and the gem. He immediately went to Satrajit and presented the gem to him in front of the entire royal assembly, narrating the entire sequence of events. Satrajit was filled with shame and remorse. He had falsely accused the Lord himself. To atone for his grave mistake, he offered Krishna the Syamantaka gem back and also offered his own daughter, Satyabhama, in marriage. Krishna accepted Satyabhama as his wife, but graciously refused to take the gem, returning it to Satyabhama. And that, my friends, is the incredible story of the battle between Shri Krishna and Jamvant. It's a powerful lesson in how misunderstandings can lead to conflict, but also how humility and devotion can lead to divine realization. It's a cinematic saga of strength, honor, and the ultimate triumph of truth. What an epic tale. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey today. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss our next adventure into the world of ancient wisdom.